Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Few months earlier, I have started some of the videos on English language. So I have focused on means I have made some of the videos on English language testing system that is called IELTS preparation. So the two videos basically was on speaking. So today my topic of interest in IELTS exam and modules is like IELTS is having 3 to 4 modules, that is reading, listening, writing, speaking and listening. So today we will read some of the paragraph and this paragraph is written by me, by myself. This is actually the paragraph of my research paper, and I will talk about some of the detailed literature on ant colony optimization. Basically, the ant colony optimization is discussed in so many areas, that is like mobile ad hoc networks, ship ad hoc networks, even the vehicular ad hoc networks. So firstly I will discuss some of the papers, some of the researchers, they have worked on this area, that is flying ad hoc networks, mobile ad hoc networks and ship ad hoc networks and so many other areas that are relevant to this topic. So I will discuss like what is flying ad hoc network. Like the flying ad hoc network is relevant to the study of UAVs, that is called unmanned air vehicles. So basically unmanned air vehicles are commonly called drones. So at the same time mobile ad hoc networks is basically the study of the static nodes that are situated in a ground, but as compared with the flying ad hoc networks, it is basically emerged from the mobile ad hoc network. But this area, we can say that FANET is a newly emerged area from a mobile ad hoc network. The main difference between the mobile ad hoc network and the flying ad hoc network is that in FANETs the nodes move in a air, and in mobile ad hoc networks, that is commonly called mainnet, the nodes are static. So one side the nodes are dynamic and another side the nodes are static. So we will discuss some of the algorithms that are so many routing protocols and algorithms that are incorporated in the areas of mobile ad hoc networks, as I have mentioned earlier. So I will say some of the routing protocols that are, some of them are energy based routing protocol, some are swarm intelligence based routing protocol, some are hybrid protocols, some are topology based routing protocols, some are proactive, some are reactive. And if we say something about the hybrid protocols, the hybrid protocols are basically the combination of two or more than 2 or 3 routing protocols that are joined together in a one thing. So while I am talking in English, so our first module today, as I have started about the reading, so I will focus on reading of the energy stabilization threshold, or should I talk on flying ad hoc networks routing protocol. I think we should talk on optimality. What is optimality? The optimality is basically defined as the best input, the best output. Like either the path will be a short term based, means on distance wise it will be optimal, on cost wise it will be optimal, on which basis it will be having some sort of optimality. Optimality means the best possible. So the best possible can be defined in terms of distance, in terms of cost, in terms of time. So these are the parameters that can be discussed very keenly. So if I talk something about the routing protocols, that is DSR, that is called dynamic source routing, enhanced and TalkNet, as this protocol is developed by myself. So, this is even incorporated in my first paper of my PhD work as well. Right now I am just checking my paper and I want to talk something about the ant colony optimization. So, in front of you guys, this is my research paper and I am just checking the topic that is called, yes, I found that topic, that is called ant colony optimization, because this topic is basically emerged. Enhanced ant TalkNet is basically derived, this protocol is derived by me, and I have made this through hybridization. So, the baseline of the this protocol is ant colony optimization. So, I will talk some literature about the ant colony optimization. What is routing? Routing is used in communication of nodes, in communication of mobile, in communication of selecting the best path between the source and destination. And the source and destination, maybe someone is talking on a mobile phone, maybe someone is talking on a laptop, chatting with someone, maybe someone is talking on a Skype. So, selecting the best path can be based on certain objectives, such as minimizing or maximizing, like time, number of hops, link utilization, quality of service, security, etc. As in this topic, they have said about a parameter that is called quality of service. And some of the researchers have even said this quality of service as a quality of experience as well. So, the quality, if we define the quality of service, so many researchers say about this topic, the quality of service and quality of experience, like the combination of different parameters, they combine different parameters and make one parameter that is called quality of service, and some of them can usually even say that this is a quality of experience as well. So, furtherly, it can be defined as the ant colony optimization is basically a nature inspired algorithm, and it is basically based on foraging of a food from their source towards the destination, and this process is totally made by the ants. So, when an ant moves from its nest to search food, it leaves a trail of pheromone. And what is basically pheromone? Pheromone is, you can say it's a saliva, but we call the ant saliva, that is called pheromone. So, behind it, which is followed by other ants. But if they, here everyone can question me that if the pheromone becomes evaporated, after some time this pheromone can be evaporated. So, if this is evaporated, like the if the concentration of the pheromone is very much high, so the evaporation rate will be very much, like it will take time. But if the concentration of the pheromone is very low, so in a meantime, like in a 1 to 2 or 3 seconds, it will be evaporated. So, it will be very that will be very that will be not good for the for selecting a good possible path for ants as well, because frequently if one ant is traveling on a path and after some time if the pheromone becomes evaporated, so then he will select another path for the destination. So, select if the and my thinking is, if the so many ants are traveling on a one side, so easily they can make their path through pheromone concentration. Similarly, when a path is not being selected frequently, the concentration of the pheromone that the path drops, which is known as pheromone evaporation, as we have discussed this phenomena earlier. One important aspect of shortest path discovery in ant colony meta heuristics. Basically, this is a heuristic search algorithm. through which we can find shortest possible path in and which is random behavior demonstrated by few ants. Like if we take an example of like 10 to 20 ants are following one path, and on another side about 2 to 3 ants are following the second path, and so if we compare the both trails, so the concentration of the ants where the pheromone is high, so that path will be considered the shortest path, and the ants will move towards a higher concentration of the pheromone. So this is basically a nature inspired algorithm. So this algorithm was this was a discovery of Mario, I think, as that scientist name. He is basically a mathematician, and he is named Mario, and he studied this algorithm during his PhD studies. So experimentally he studied this in his PhD thesis, and later on the mobile communication nowadays that is working on most of the communication, like people using mobile communication, internet communication, the networks. Basically most of the things are based on this algorithm as well. As in my MS thesis, during my master's thesis, I have studied some of the algorithms, and I have incorporated that algorithms inside a cloud, like link state routing, distance vector, and colony optimization as well, also the session routing. So after that, when I implemented that algorithms inside a cloud, and that cloud was having about 25 routers. So then after that, basic topology, if I explain in this video, is 25 to no about 100 computers are interconnected, and then they download some data from the internet, and basically the cloud is called the internet. So this video is having the basic study of ant colony optimization. Thank you, and keep subscribing and visiting my channel. Exploring life is fun.